You may not realize it yet, but the moment you imagined that lottery win, something powerful began to move in your favor. The moment the desire was born in you, the path to its fulfillment was set in motion. Not someday in the future. Not when conditions improve. Not when luck finally decides to knock on your door. Right now, in this moment. The lottery win is already yours the very second you accept it in your inner world. This is the truth that has transformed countless lives. Everything you seek already exists in the unseen, and the only requirement is that you accept it as done. Not wish for it, not hope for it, but accept it. When you speak from the state of already having what you desire, the world bends to mirror that inner acceptance. There is a timeless line that says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it shall be yours. Notice how it doesn't tell you to believe you will receive it. It says, believe you have received it already. This is the secret. This is the foundation. This is the power behind manifesting something as big, as life-changing as a lottery win. You must speak from the end, live from the end, feel from the end, and respond to life as though the miracle's already occurred. When you do this, you bring the invisible into the visible and the imagined into the physical. Imagine holding your winning ticket. Feel the rush moving through your body. Hear someone congratulating you. Sense what financial freedom feels like. Not in the future, now. Your imagination is the birthplace of your fortune, and if you dwell in that feeling long enough, it becomes your new reality. There was once a man who dreamed of sudden wealth. Every night before sleep, he imagined himself opening his bank app and seeing a number that made his heart race. He didn't try to force anything. He didn't worry about the how. He simply accepted that this was his new life. He said, if I can see it inside me, then it must already exist somewhere. A few weeks later, an unexpected opportunity came, and yes, his life changed overnight. Not because he chased the blessing, but because he became the person who already had it. This is how creation works. The outer world bends to the inner one. And the inner one changes the moment you decide that what you desire is already done. When you wake up in the morning, instead of saying, I hope I win, speak from the reality of the win. Say, I am already blessed. My financial miracle is done. My win is secured in the unseen, and it is now unfolding into my physical world. Speak this not as a plea, but as a declaration, a calm, confident knowing. Whenever doubt tries to whisper in your ear, remember that doubt only has power when you agree with it. But the moment you return to your inner vision, even for a few seconds, you override doubt with faith. There is another powerful line. Let the weak say, I am strong. Not I will be strong someday, but I am strong now, because your words shape your state, and your state shapes your reality. In the same way, let the one who desires financial freedom say, I am wealthy now. The lottery win is already mine. I walk as if it is finished. Your imagination is not daydreaming. It is creation. It is the unseen factory of your future. When you imagine something with feeling, you set a spiritual law into motion. You plant a seed, and once planted, the seed must grow. You don't plant a seed and dig it up every day to see if it's sprouting. You trust that it will. You water it with your words. You warm it with your faith. You nourish it with your gratitude. You sustain it by living as though its fulfillment is guaranteed. This is the art of manifesting. This is the power of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you say daily, my lottery win is already mine, you are not pretending. You are aligning yourself with an existing reality, because creation is finished. All possibilities already exist. Your job is simply to choose the one you desire and claim it as yours. Think of a radio. The music is already in the air. You don't create it. You tune into it. And as soon as you tune into the right frequency, the music begins to play. Your desire is the frequency. Your imagination is the tuner. Your words are the confirmation that you are locked onto that station. When you speak your win into existence, you tune your entire being to the reality of wealth, ease, and abundance. You may look at your current circumstances and feel discouraged. Maybe the bills are heavy. Maybe people have laughed at your dreams. Maybe years have passed and nothing seems to change. But remember this, circumstances are shadows. They have no power except the power you give them. They are old reflections of past thinking. Your new inner state will create new circumstances. Speak your new world into existence and refuse to argue for the limitations of the old one. You are not waiting for money to show up. Money is waiting for you to align with it. The moment you shift into the feeling of already having it, everything begins to rearrange itself. People, events, opportunities, ideas, timing, chance, all begin to dance in perfect harmony to deliver what you have already accepted as yours. There is a gentle but powerful truth as you believe, so it shall be done unto you. Not as you stress, not as you fear, not as you try harder, but as you believe. Your belief is the golden key. Speak. Speak what you believe. Believe what you speak. Let your inner conversation match the life you want to live. When you sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine that the lottery has already been won, you step into a reality where you are no longer a seeker. You are the receiver. Feel the relief. Feel the joy. Feel the gratitude. Let the feeling wash over you until it becomes so real that you smile. That moment of feeling is your proof that you have touched the state where everything is already done. You were never meant to struggle forever. You were never meant to live in fear or scarcity. You were born to create, to speak things into existence, to rise above limitations, and to call miracles into your life with faith-filled words. You were designed to live in abundance. Speak daily from the state of your win. Say, my life is blessed beyond measure. Money flows to me with ease. My lottery win is complete. I am grateful, I am ready, and I am aligned. Speak it softly, speak it lovingly, speak it confidently, speak it until your mind accepts it as normal. Your imagination is the doorway, your words are the key, your faith is the power, and your assumption is the bridge that carries your desire from the unseen into the seen. You don't need permission, you don't need signs, you don't need luck. You only need to believe that your desire is already fulfilled. When you believe it, you become it. And when you become it, the world must reflect it. The lottery win is not out there in the future. It is already yours. It exists now in the invisible, waiting for you to claim it with your inner acceptance. Walk in the feeling of the win. Speak from the state of the win. Live as though the win is already stamped with your name. The moment you do, the physical world will deliver what you have already received in spirit. And now, as you breathe in this truth, allow your heart to rest. Allow your mind to quiet. Allow faith to rise in you. The financial miracle you desire is already done. The path is already prepared. The blessing is already yours. And soon, very soon, it will burst into your physical world in the most perfect and surprising way. Hold the feeling. Speak the reality. Trust the process. The win is yours now and forever. Every day, as you repeat this practice, notice how your thoughts begin to change. You stop thinking about lack. You stop worrying about timing. You stop questioning whether it is possible. Instead, your inner conversation shifts to certainty, joy, and gratitude. You begin to move through your day as a magnet for abundance, noticing small signs that confirm your alignments. Perhaps a random conversation, a sudden idea, a lucky encounter, or a moment of inspiration reminds you that the universe is always responding to your inner state. When you sit in quiet reflection, allow yourself to fully imagine the celebration, the joy, the freedom that comes with your win. Hear the sound of happiness. Feel the relief of financial ease. Taste the sweetness of dreams realized. Immerse yourself in it, as if it is happening now, not someday. This vivid inner experience is the signal to the unseen world that your reality has shifted. Faith is not blind hope, it is knowing. It is a confident, loving awareness that what you desire exists, that it is already completed in the unseen, and that your daily assumption of this truth shapes its manifestation. Every word you speak, every thought you entertain, every feeling you embrace adds momentum to this powerful process. The lottery win is no longer a distant goal. It is the essence of your present life, waiting to appear in your physical reality. Consider how a seed grows unseen beneath the soil. You do not dig it up every day to see if it is sprouting. You water it with attention, protect it with patience, and trust the process of growth. In the same way, your belief and assumption nurture the seed of your desired lottery win. The unseen forces work invisibly, arranging circumstances, guiding opportunities, and preparing the exact moment when your manifestation will appear. Your imagination is sacred. It is your direct link to the infinite. Every time you indulge in doubt or fear, you pull yourself away from the current of creation. Every time you return to the feeling of having, of already being, of already receiving, You set the universe in motion. Speak gently, speak lovingly, speak confidently. It is done. I have received. I am grateful. These words are more than affirmations. They are declarations that command the unseen to align with your inner conviction. Even if the world around you seems unchanged, do not be discouraged. Remember that all visible evidence is only a reflection of your past thoughts. What is unseen is alive with possibility, ready to form into your desired reality the instant your inner state reaches harmony with it. Each day, each moment, when you feel the reality of your win, you add weight to the invisible, tipping the balance until your outer world must comply. Do not underestimate the power of your imagination. When you imagine the lottery win with feeling, your mind and spirit become one with the event. Your nervous system, your energy, your entire being begins to vibrate with the certainty of its reality. People, places, and events will respond naturally to your state, opening doors you never even knew existed. The money you imagine, the freedom you imagine, the joy you imagine, all have already been created. Your only task is to accept it as true and walk as if it is already yours. Gratitude is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. When you feel gratitude as if your desire is already fulfilled, you reinforce the reality in the invisible. Say it, feel it, live it. I am grateful for this win. I am grateful for the freedom, the peace, and the joy it brings. I am grateful because it is already mine. Gratitude turns imagination into reality. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive and that you honor the blessing that is already yours. Do not concern yourself with how the win will appear. The how is the unseen working on your behalf. Your job is only to remain in the feeling, to speak daily as though it is finished, and to allow life to adjust to your inner state. Life responds to the assumption, not to anxiety or impatience. Your calm, faithful, loving assumption guides reality into alignment with your desire. Feel the joy of abundance permeating every area of your life. See yourself spending freely, giving generously, and living without worry. Feel the relief of burdens lifted and the peace of knowing that your life is secured in divine order. The moment you entertain this feeling, it impresses itself upon your subconscious mind, which then orchestrates events in perfect order to bring your imagined reality into the physical world. There will be moments when doubt or impatience try to sneak in. That is natural. The key is not to resist, but to return gently to your assumption of already having. Speak softly to yourself, I have received, I am blessed, it is already done. Your repetition, your faith, your calm knowing is stronger than any doubt. It is the engine that moves your desire from imagination into experience. Live as if your lottery win is not only possible, but inevitable. Treat it as a part of your present life. Feel it, speak it, and carry it within you. This consistent practice creates a ripple in the unseen that expands outward until your outer world mirrors the inner reality you hold so dearly. Each day you do this, you strengthen your alignment, deepen your faith, and accelerate the manifestation of your desire. The unseen does not respond to lack, it responds to fullness. Speak from the feeling of fullness. Speak from the assurance that you already have. Walk in the joy, the freedom, and the celebration as if it is happening now. The universe recognizes only the reality you embody, not the reality you chase. Be the state of your fulfilled desire. Speak it daily, live it daily, and watch how effortlessly life moves to deliver what your heart has already accepted. Your imagination, your words, and your faith are the instruments of creation. Use them wisely, use them lovingly, and use them consistently. Repeat daily, the lottery win is already mine. I have received. I am grateful. I am ready. Let these words sink into your mind, heart, and being until they are a natural part of your consciousness. This is not wishful thinking. This is not hoping. This is the deliberate act of claiming your reality in the unseen, which inevitably manifests in the seen. Every blessing you imagine with feeling, every word you speak from faith, every moment you rest in the assurance of your fulfilled desire strengthens the current that brings your lottery win into your life. You are not asking, you are accepting. You are not hoping, you are knowing. And in this knowing, the impossible becomes inevitable. When you go about your day, carry this truth with you. Smile as if you have already won. Speak as if you are already receiving. Act as if abundance is your natural state. In doing so, you become a living magnet for everything you desire. The lottery win is not a distant dream. It is a present reality waiting to be recognized and experienced. Keep imagining, keep speaking, keep feeling, keep living from the end. The more you dwell in the feeling of your already accomplished desire, the more the universe rearranges itself on your behalf. The doors open, the perfect numbers align, the opportunities arrive. The life you imagine becomes the life you live. Everything is already done. The lottery win exists. It waits in the unseen. Your imagination and faith are the keys that bring it into your experience. Speak daily, live daily, feel daily, and the manifestation will follow perfectly, divinely, and beautifully. As you continue to hold this state, notice how your inner world begins to shift subtly but unmistakably. You may find yourself thinking differently about money, about opportunity, about what is possible in your life. You stop clinging to fear, to limitation, to scarcity. Instead, you begin to think, feel, and speak as one who already possesses. This is the essence of the law of assumption, the simple yet profound truth that your inner conviction shapes your outer reality. Every time you see a lottery ticket or a chance for unexpected abundance, do not question it. Do not hesitate. Do not measure it with the lens of how it will happen or when it will come. Instead, see it as a confirmation, a symbol, a gentle nod from the universe that your inner assumption is aligning with the outer world. When you see it, smile and say in your heart, yes, this is part of what I have already received. There was a woman who for years dreamed of a financial breakthrough. She did not know how it would happen, nor did she chase opportunities frantically. Every morning, she would close her eyes and imagine herself holding a check with her name on it. She would feel the joy, the relief, the freedom of abundance. She would speak it softly to herself. It is done. I have received. I am grateful. Months later, a lottery win arrived in her life, small at first, but enough to change her circumstances dramatically. Her imagination, her consistent assumption, her unwavering faith became the invisible hand that guided reality to her. Your imagination is not separate from your life. It is the very fabric from which your life is woven. It is where miracles are born. When you imagine the lottery win with detailed feeling, you are not merely fantasizing. You are tuning your inner frequency to the station of your desired reality. The universe is a mirror, and it can only reflect what exists in your consciousness. Fill your consciousness with the certainty of your win, and the world will reflect it. When you speak your win daily, speak as if it is not only certain, but inevitable. I am wealthy now. My lottery win is complete. Money flows to me effortlessly. I am grateful for this blessing. Feel it in every fiber of your being. Do not rush it. Do not force it. Let it soak into you naturally. Let it become a part of your consciousness so deeply that even when challenges appear, you do not waver, because you know in your heart that the end is already accomplished. Every thought you allow, every word you utter, every feeling you embrace either strengthens your assumption or weakens it. Guard your mind carefully. Do not give energy to doubt, fear, or skepticism. Instead, return lovingly but firmly to the reality of your fulfilled desire. Say to yourself, the lottery win is already mine. It is done. I have received. I am grateful. Let this become the music of your inner life, the constant rhythm that guides your thoughts, words, and actions. Imagine the freedom this belief brings. Imagine waking up each day knowing that financial worry is no longer a part of your life. Imagine the doors that open, the people who arrive, the opportunities that present themselves naturally. When you speak as if it is done, you are not asking, you are commanding, you are accepting, you are living from the end. And in doing so, life rearranges itself to match your inner certainty. Even if the outside world appears slow to change, remain steadfast in your inner state. The unseen works in perfect timing, often in ways that seem mysterious to the human mind. Do not measure by appearances. Measure by feeling. If your feeling remains aligned with the reality of your win, the outer world must eventually reflect it. Just as the seed grows beneath the soil without your seeing, so does your manifestation grow in the unseen until it is ripe for harvest. Your daily practice of speaking, feeling, and imagining is like tending a sacred garden. Each word is water. Each feeling is sunlight. Each belief is fertile soil. The harvest will come, not because you forced it, but because you cultivated it with care, consistency, and faith. The lottery win is a natural consequence of this inner cultivation, waiting only for your continued assumption and alignment. Do not be discouraged by setbacks or delays. They are only temporary reflections of your past thoughts. Your present assumption is far more powerful than any past circumstance. You have the power to rewrite your reality moment by moment. Speak, imagine, feel, and act as if the win is already yours. Every day, in every way, allow your inner world to dominate your outer world. Notice how life responds when you live in this state. Small coincidences, fortunate events, unexpected insights all begin to appear. They are the whispers of the universe saying, you are on the right track. Your inner world is aligned. Your desire is already done. Do not ignore them. Celebrate them. Use them as fuel to deepen your inner conviction. The law of assumption does not require struggle, desperation, or endless striving. It requires alignment, faith, and the loving acceptance of all already exists. When you repeat daily, the lottery win is already mine, you are not pretending. You are not lying. You are merely acknowledging the reality that exists beyond the veil of the seed. The physical manifestation will follow naturally, effortlessly, and joyfully. Feel the relief, the freedom, the abundance of this inner reality. Let it infuse your thoughts, words, and actions. Speak it in the morning, in the evening, and whenever doubt arises. Let it become your default state, your natural way of being. In doing so, you are no longer chasing wealth, you are receiving it. You are no longer asking, you are knowing. You are no longer hoping, you are accepting. Hold the feeling of already having. Speak from the end. Live from the end. Allow your imagination to guide you. Let your faith, love, and certainty grow daily. Every moment spent in this state strengthens the unseen and brings the manifestation closer. Your lottery win is not somewhere in the distant future. It is already yours. You are merely waiting to acknowledge it fully, to feel it completely, and to live it naturally. As you continue this practice, notice the subtle changes in your awareness. You begin to see abundance everywhere. You notice opportunities that you would have previously overlooked. You feel a quiet, unwavering joy in knowing that what you desire has already been done. Life begins to reflect the state of fulfillment that you carry within. Everything you need has already been provided in the unseen. Your imagination, your feeling, and your daily spoken words are the instruments through which the invisible becomes visible. Speak daily, I have received. I am grateful. The lottery win is already mine. Let it echo in your mind, your heart, your soul, and your actions. In this, you become a living demonstration of the law of assumption, and the universe, which always responds to the state of consciousness, moves to complete the reality you have already accepted. As you continue to live in this state, notice how your confidence grows, not from outside validation, but from the quiet certainty within. You no longer look for evidence, because the inner knowing is enough. The outer world is simply catching up to the reality that already exists in your consciousness. Each morning, when you awaken, begin by affirming, I have received, I am grateful, my lottery win is already mine. Let these words settle into your mind as naturally as breathing, letting them shape the tone of your entire day. Imagine the moment you check your numbers and see the win reflected physically. Feel the elation, the relief, the absolute joy. Hear the congratulations, see the smiles, sense the freedom washing over every area of your life. Do not rush this imagining. Allow it to be vivid, detailed, and alive. The more you feel it as real, the stronger the signal you send to the unseen. The universe does not differentiate between imagined feeling and physical reality. It only recognizes the intensity and conviction of your inner state. There will be moments when your mind questions, is it really possible? Or how could this happen? When these thoughts arise, acknowledge them gently, then return to your inner state of having. Speak softly to yourself. It is done. I have received. I am grateful. Every repetition strengthens your assumption. Every return to faith reaffirms the reality that exists in the unseen. You are not learning patience as a chore. You are allowing the process of manifestation to unfold naturally according to divine timing. Consider how rivers flow. They do not struggle against obstacles. They bend, they curve, they adjust, yet they continue to move inexorably toward the sea. Your inner state is like a river of consciousness. Speak, imagine, feel, and trust, and you will find your desires flowing effortlessly into your experience. Nothing in the unseen can resist the momentum of a mind that is fully aligned with its desire. The imagination is sacred, and your words are its amplifier. When you say daily, the lottery win is already mine, you are speaking to the universe in its own language. You are declaring your state. You are aligning your vibration with the reality you wish to see. You are telling life, this is done, this is finished. I accept it fully. And the universe responds in kind, bringing your assumption into physical form. Even mundane moments can become a practice of alignment. As you walk, eat, or work, allow thoughts of abundance to arise naturally. Let gratitude color every experience. Let joy ripple through every action. The unseen responds not only to your explicit affirmations, but also to the subtle energy you radiate through your daily life. The stronger, the more consistent, and the more joyful your state, the more quickly and surely your win manifests. Imagine receiving unexpected news, a call, an email, a message that signals your fortune has arrived. Feel the excitement, the ease, and the relief. Then release attachment to the exact details, trusting that the universe's timing is perfect. Your only task is to remain faithful to the state of already having. Your belief is the magnet. Your feeling is the power. Your words are the confirmation. These three work together to bring the invisible into the visible with precision and perfection. And you practice this daily. You are no longer wishing or hoping. You are claiming. You are no longer searching. You are finding. You are no longer longing. You are receiving. Every thought, every word, every feeling becomes a tool in the sacred act of creation. You are a co-creator with the infinite, and the lottery win is simply one expression of the abundant life that already exists for you. Think of your imagination as a theater, and you as the director. Every scene you enact, every feeling you cultivate, every word you speak, sets the stage for your reality. When you consistently perform the scene of having your lottery win, the universe, like a faithful audience, mirrors back the performance in the physical world. Your outer life becomes a reflection of the inner drama you live daily. Do not doubt that your inner work matters. Every hour spent in imagination, in feeling, in spoken affirmation is an investment in your future reality. The unseen responds not to passive longing, but to active assumption. Your inner life is the foundation upon which your outer world is built. Strengthen it, nurture it, trust it. Speak daily, I have received, I am grateful. My lottery win is already mine. As you hold this state, notice the subtle shifts in how you perceive opportunity. Doors you once thought closed appear open. Ideas you never considered begin to form. Circumstances align in unexpected ways. The unseen always works tirelessly, preparing the perfect conditions for your desired manifestation. Your consistent inner assumption is the command that activates this divine orchestration. Even when challenges arise, meet them from the state of fulfillment. Do not let temporary appearances sway your certainty. The outer world is fluid, but the inner world is constant. Maintain the feeling of already having. Speak daily, imagine vividly, feel with conviction. Let your life become a living expression of faith-filled acceptance. Notice how your relationships, your health, and your environment respond to your inner transformation. When you radiate the joy, freedom, and abundance of your imagined lottery win, life conspires to reflect that energy. People, situations, and opportunities naturally gravitate toward you, guided by the frequency you maintain. Every day, your reality becomes an increasingly faithful mirror of your inner state. The more you speak, feel, and imagine, the more effortless the manifestation becomes. You no longer chase, you no longer hope, you no longer doubt. You simply embody the reality you desire. This is the heart of the teaching. The moment you accept, the moment you know, the moment you feel, the outer world must respond. The lottery win is not in the distant future. It exists now, waiting for your daily acknowledgement and assumption. Keep imagining in detail. Keep speaking in faith. Keep feeling the reality of your already accomplished desire. Make it a part of your everyday consciousness. Watch for signs, yes, but do not depend on them. Your faith, your assumption, and your feeling are far stronger than any external confirmation. Trust yourself. Trust your imagination. Trust the process. Your lottery win is already yours, and all that remains is for your outer world to catch up with your inner knowing. As you continue this practice, notice how your entire perception of life begins to change. You no longer view circumstances as barriers or setbacks. Instead, you see them as temporary reflections of old beliefs, quickly corrected by your inner state. Your imagination becomes the lens through which all events are interpreted. Every moment offers an opportunity to return to the feeling of already having what you desire. When a thought of lack arises, gently redirect it. I have received. It is done. I am grateful. Picture yourself walking through your day carrying the certainty of your win. Perhaps you are buying groceries, driving to work, or having a casual conversation with a friend. See yourself smiling with the quiet confidence of one who already possesses everything. Notice the way your energy shifts, the subtle ease in your movements, the natural joy that radiates. The universe recognizes this state, and in response, life aligns with the vibration you maintain. There was a man who dreamed of sudden wealth for years. He did not fret over the timing or the method. Instead, each morning he would spend a few moments imagining the precise feeling of having his desired abundance. He would feel the relief, the joy, the freedom, and the gratitude as though it were happening now. Days, weeks, and months passed, yet he never wavered in his inner state. One day, out of the blue, he discovered that a previously forgotten investment had matured into a significant fortune. His inner assumption had created the circumstances even when he could not see them forming. You see, the unseen world is far more responsive than most people realize. It does not require struggle, effort, or frantic action. It requires alignment, clarity, and faith-filled assumption. Every day you affirm, the lottery win is already mine. You are giving instructions to the universe in its own language. The universe is neither hurried nor delayed. It simply arranges events to perfectly fulfill your inner state when you maintain it consistently. As you imagine your win, include as many details as possible. Feel the texture of the ticket, hear the cheers, see your bank balance, taste the sweetness of victory. The richness of your imagination determines the power of the manifestation. If the feeling is vivid and alive, it will impress itself upon your subconscious mind, which then orchestrates events to bring your imagined reality into physical form. Do this with love, joy, and unwavering faith. Every morning and every night, speak softly to yourself, I have received, I am grateful. My lottery win is already mine. Let these words settle deep into your consciousness, allowing them to color your entire day. When doubt arises, counter it immediately with this state of knowing. Do not argue with doubt. Simply return lovingly to your feeling of fulfillment. Over time, this becomes natural. The inner world, once disciplined, now dominates the outer world effortlessly. The imagination is your most powerful tool. It is not fantasy, it is creation. When you imagine your desired lottery win, you are not hoping, you are commanding. You are not wishing, you are accepting. You are not asking, you are knowing. And as you maintain this state, life begins to mirror your inner reality. Circumstances shift, coincidences occur, opportunities arise, all in perfect synchronization with the reality you hold within. Consider the subtle ways your life responds to your inner state. Perhaps a conversation brings a lead. An idea sparks a solution. A chance encounter opens a door. These are the universe's gentle confirmations, the physical echoes of your inner certainty. Do not cling to them, but rejoice in them. Use them as fuel to deepen your feeling of fulfillment. Each sign is proof, not of your hoping, but of your knowing. Gratitude is the essential companion of your practice. As you speak and imagine, immerse yourself in the feeling of gratitude for the win you have already received. Gratitude amplifies the power of your assumption. It signals to the universe that you honor the blessing, that you are aligned, and that you are ready to receive the manifestation fully. Speak it daily. I am grateful for this win. I am grateful for the freedom, the joy, and the abundance it brings. I have received, and I rejoice in it now. Notice how life begins to flow more easily. Opportunities appear with less effort. You attract people, resources, and ideas that support your inner state. Circumstances align effortlessly. You do not need to chase. You do not need to struggle. The outer world is responding to your inner assumption. When you maintain your feeling of having, when you speak daily as if it is done, the world rearranges itself to mirror your inner reality. Do not underestimate the power of consistency. Daily, hourly, moment to moment, return to the feeling of already having. Speak the words. Feel the feeling. Imagine vividly. This repeated practice strengthens the current in the unseen, guiding events, people, and situations into alignment with your inner world. The lottery win is already yours. Your job is to remain in the state of fulfillment until the physical world reflects it. Even when challenges arise, meet them from the perspective of having. Do not let appearances sway your certainty. Appearances are merely reflections of old beliefs. The unseen, guided by your inner conviction, is far more powerful than temporary conditions. Speak daily, imagine vividly, feel deeply, live as though the win is done. In this state, life becomes a faithful mirror of your inner certainty, delivering your desire in perfect timing. Your imagination is sacred, your words are powerful, and your feelings are the guiding force. Use them daily, with love and faith, to shape the reality you desire. Speak, feel, imagine, and accept. The lottery win is already mine. I have received. I am grateful. Let these words echo through your mind, your heart, and your actions. The universe responds not to doubts, not to fear, but to faith-filled, loving assumption. Every moment spent imagining, speaking, and feeling as if the win is already yours strengthens the current and the unseen. Each repetition of your daily affirmation impresses the subconscious mind, which then orchestrates circumstances, events, and opportunities to bring your desire into physical reality. You are not waiting for luck. You are aligning yourself with the inevitable manifestation of your own inner assumption. Notice the subtle joy that comes from living as though your win has already occurred. The freedom, the excitement, the peace. Let it color every thought, every action, every conversation. Your state becomes magnetic. Opportunities, people, and events that were once invisible now appear naturally in perfect order. Your outer world becomes a reflection of your inner certainty. Speak daily, imagine vividly, and feel deeply. Return to this practice every morning, every evening, and whenever doubt arises, let your inner world dominate the outer. Your lottery win is not somewhere in the distant future. It exists now in the unseen, waiting for you to claim it fully with your words, feelings, and imagination. And so remember this above all else: the lottery win is not a dream to chase. It is a reality already created in the unseen, waiting only for your full acknowledgement, your unwavering faith, and your loving acceptance. Every word you speak, every feeling you embrace, every moment you imagine yourself already in possession of your desire is a step closer to bringing the invisible into the visible. Do not doubt, do not rush, do not despair. Stand firm in the knowing that it is done. Speak it daily, live it fully, and feel it deeply. Your heart knows the truth. What you have claimed in the unseen must manifest in the seen. Walk with joy, walk with gratitude, walk with the certainty of abundance, for your miracle is not somewhere out there. It is already yours, waiting to flow into your life perfectly, divinely, and beautifully.